Hello and welcome back to Koko Monster News. I'm Koko, bringing you cool news from all around our amazing world. Before we dive into today's stories, let's have some fun learning a few new words we'll hear in the news. Let's first sail into the word navigate. Imagine using a map to find your way to a hidden treasure. Navigate means to find your way from one place to another. In our news today, we might say, moths mistake lights for moonlight as they use the moon to navigate. This means moths use the moon like a map in the sky to know where they're going. But sometimes, bright lights confuse them, making them think it's the moon they're following. Next up, let's untangle the word confused. Imagine spinning around with your eyes closed and then trying to walk straight. Everything feels mixed up. Confused means not being able to think clearly or to mix things up in your mind. In our news today, we might say, moths turn their back to the light because they become confused about which way is up. This means when moths see a bright light, they get mixed up and can't tell which direction to go, just like when we feel dizzy and can't tell left from right. Let's catch our breath with the word exhausting. Imagine running as fast as you can for a long time without stopping. You'd feel super tired, right? Exhausting means something is very tiring and uses up a lot of energy. In our news today, we might hear, flying around lights all night can also be exhausting for moths. This means when moths keep flying around bright lights for a very long time, they get really tired, just like you would after a long day of playing and running around. Great job learning those new words. Now let's jump into today's exciting news stories. Here's what's happening around the world. Moths and other insects are often drawn to lights like a flame. This behavior is not exhibited by all moths, but the ones that do find themselves fixated on light bulbs. One theory suggests that moths mistake lights for moonlight as they use the moon to navigate. However, new research points to a different explanation. Insect scientists, known as entomologists, have discovered that moths turn their back to the light because they become confused about which way is up. Dr. Fabian from Imperial College London explains that insects have been using the sky's brightness to determine their orientation for hundreds of millions of years. They point their backs in the direction of the sky so they can fly the right way up. But with artificial light at night, insects become disoriented, leading to the flustered flying often seen around lights. Moths, in particular, may fly directly over lights, flipping themselves upside down and falling to the ground. Flying around lights all night can also be exhausting for moths. This can affect their normal behaviors such as feeding, breeding, and laying eggs. And that's a wrap for today's Koko Monster News. I hope you enjoyed our stories and don't forget about the new words we learned today. Keep using them and see how many times you can spot them this week. I'm Koko, saying goodbye and stay curious. Tune in next time for more fun news and cool words. See you then.